Hello.
I'll practice it today. I had office this week.
Hello, I'm Anas. Yes.
Ah, Siddharth video on ఉంది చూడు. చెప్పు రితేష్.
అడిగినావా నువ్వు?
వినబడట్లేదా వాయిస్?
లేదు, స్టక్ అయింది నాకు.
ఓకే. సో అది పర్చేజ్ ఆర్డర్ ప్రాసెస్ క్లియర్ అయిందా అంటున్నా.
అది నేను చూడలేదు శ్రీనివాస్. నేను కొంచెం వేరే కాల్స్ ఉండే మర్చిపోయినా. వేరే ఇంకా ప్రాక్టీస్
ఓకే.
చేసేది ఉండే, అది చేసుకున్నా. చూస్తుంది అది కూడా. చూసి డౌట్ ఉంటే నీకు చెప్తా.
ఓకే. సో ఈ ఇప్పుడు వచ్చేసి లైక్ టుడే విల్ డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్ మాస్టర్. See, whenever if you want to create a purchase order or sales order, right? Ritesh, you can go on mute. See, in any manufacturing industry or any, let's say, whatever the business you're dealing, right? So you'll be having two different types of transactions, especially when it comes to products. That is one purchase order and one more is sales order. Even if it is a service industry, also you'll be dealing with all these two only, right? Either you'll receive your services from the any vendor or you'll be providing the services to any of the vendor. So you're clear how to create a purchase orders and everything. But when it comes to financial entries, right, financial impact of any of the products that you're dealing. So let's say, for example, you are into like as we discussed, we have taken Reliance as an example, right? So in your let's say you got a Reliance supermarket is it? So in Reliance supermarket or Reliance Fresh or anywhere, you'll be having a lot of products, right? So whenever whenever you have to use those, I mean, products for doing transactions, let's say you'll have to sell those products to the customers. So before selling those products to the customers, you should have an inventory. That means you will be receiving an inventory, right? So here the terminology will be using we'll be using like in a product master. See, see, there is a separate module called product master management, or we'll call it as a product information management. This we'll not be dealing in depth about this product information management. The reason being, most of the details are filled by the supply chain management team because they will be having the list of the products and they are the one who is looking into all these products with respect to the confirmation of the purchases or what is the inventory, everything. But being a functional consultant, we should know, right? Because we will be dealing with the books of accounts. Let's say whenever there is an increase or revenue, obviously whenever you are selling these products to the customers, you will be having either revenue, loss, profit, right? So you should know from where these products are being linked financially. It applies to vendors as well. So you'll be receiving a lot of products. As we discussed while creating the purchase order, journal entries will be formed, right? For various reasons. Maybe like one is due to increase in the asset, or the moment you will receive an invoice, will have to pay to the vendor. So all these details behind, if you remember, while creating the products are being picked up for each and every product, even without doing anything, like journal entry has been posted. But there is a logic, right, behind that. For every product, there should be a different. Again, for each and every product, there will be different variants also. For example, if the Reliance is doing transactions, they're purchasing and selling mobiles. In every mobile, there will be different variants, colors, RAM, and all, right? So not only that one, depending on their requirement, they will have to configure all those details here. Also, whenever there is an inventory, right? You see, for example, you'll be say along with this product information management, there are a few other things, that is product item master. This product item master will discuss later. So for example, let's say you're dealing with lot of products. In those among those products, few products may not be having any variants, or let's say that is in single product that it doesn't have any other different models, variant sizes, or anything. So such for such single products, you can use the item groups. And let's say you have got multiple variants and like different sizes or quantity or weight or anything. If you have different variants, then you'll have to go for the item model groups. So before discussing about this one, let me quickly show you. Okay. Also, one more important thing. See, item groups is nothing but, for example, let's say you have a lot of products. So it will just help you to configure those products here. See here, you can give both all the details with regards to all the products. See, sorry, I confused here. So item groups is nothing but you will be configuring all the details of the products. When it comes to item model groups, these all about the inventory. See, for example, you're receiving the products in your inventory, right? And that is in your warehouse. So there is a ledger integration that you are supposed to do. So ledger integration is nothing but whenever there is an increase in the asset, you'll have to debit that particular entry, right? So all those details are updated in the item model groups. So in the item groups, you'll be configuring only the details of the products. In simple, you can to make it easy, you can just remember inventory. Inventory it include all, right? You'll be selling the goods to customers, or you'll be receiving the goods from the vendors. All these details will be included in the inventory. So let me quickly show you the screen, then it will be easy for you to understand. I think there's some okay, it's opened here. See, first we'll have to configure linking the main accounts, right? See, for as I mentioned, whenever you're doing transactions, you'll be having the financial impact for each and every moment with respect to the products. So first we'll have to link the main accounts here. So the navigation for uh, linking the main accounts or locating the inventory related, you'll have to go to the inventory. Yeah, inventory management. So again here under inventory management, wait, let me show you. Yeah, under inventory again we have see item groups and item model groups are there. So uh, l- all these, see, most of the details are in this inventory management will be used with the supply chain management team only. But as I mentioned, important point is we'll have to know behind it the logic behind how these main accounts are linked for each and every product. So for that purpose, we'll have to see. For example, we have selected USM account, right? So we'll go to item groups and we'll see how does it looks and what are the products they have linked here. See, in USMF company, they have created a lot of such item groups here. So item like in audio products, audio raw materials, car audio. So you can create whatever the products you have. Like see, they have created TV and video. If you have any other, if you are into manufacturing, you can give the list of the products here. Also, we'll try to understand the importance of these fields here. For example, if you want to create a new product here, new item group here, let's say we'll create for a mobiles here. Or we'll just give it as a mobiles here. Okay, let me just collapse these main fields here. Yeah. So remember one thing, item groups and item model groups will help you only with respect to linking the main accounts. How to link main accounts behind each and every product, and what are the financial, for example, you will be receiving, let's say the normal simple journal entry will be there, right? For example, in simple, if you do the purchases, what is the journal entry? You'll be debiting the either vendor, or let's say for example you have received the goods. So to make it easy, we should not use the goods here, but I'm just giving it a very simple example. Goods received. If you're paying through bank or cash, this is a simple journal entry. But here instead of goods received, we'll be having different names here like accounts payable or cost of goods or anything. So assume that you have just received the goods. Whenever there is an increase in the asset rate, you will have to debit that one. So we have discussed, we have even shown while creating the purchase order also. But if you see here, uh, at the same time, you'll be whenever you do sales to the customer, right? You'll be receiving an income. So in simple, you can update it as a sales, or you can give the customer name or anything like let's say accounts receivable, anything. See, you know the journal entry, but what about the products? For each and is there are different types of products will be there in your warehouse. So for each and every product, few see for example, few products you have purchased from the 10 vendors. Let's say if you're into manufacturing any product, you'll be assembling all the 10 different products, and there will be only one final product, right? So the financial impact of all the 10 products is not same as with the final product. So that's the reason you should classify for which product you will have to give which main account, so that it will not it will not impact the finished goods, or because raw materials will be there. So the financial impact of raw materials is not same with the inventory or with the finished goods. So for that purpose, here we have got multiple categories like uh, i- see, there are, for example, if you are into production, let's say you are dealing with any manufacturing, or let's say anything. So in that case, the journal entries will be totally different. It is neither going to be a purchase order or sales order. They are still in the production itself. So for that purpose, they'll have to give a separate production accounts here. And inventory. So as I mentioned, even in inventory also they'll be having different products, right? Like finished goods will be there, a lot of things. But purchase order or sales order, it has nothing to do with the either a finished goods or it is a raw material. It doesn't know whether you're dealing with the finished goods or raw materials. It will only help you to create a purchase order. That's all. You buy whatever the products you want. But inventory, production, all these things are related to something manufacturing related. If you see here, let's quickly go to the purchase order. Anyway, this production will not deal. If you want, you can explore about the purchase order production module. Even under purchase order also, we have got a lot of such account types which are going to be impacted. See, these are the list of the main account types. Among these, most commonly used, yeah. See, one is purchase expenditure for expense, and one more is purchase expenditure for the product. Purchase expenditure uninvoiced, purchase price variance, purchase accrual, landed cost, goods in transit, and the prepayment. So if, along with this, we'll be having a few other list of the products most commonly used. This landed cost, goods in transit, will not be using that one. Let me provide the list of the main accounts that you'd like to focus is cost of purchased materials, purchase expenditure uninvoiced. Uninvoiced is nothing but whenever you receive a GRN, but it is no, you have not received an invoice from the vendor. And one more is cost of purchased materials invoice. If you receive an invoice from the vendor, then you're obliged to pay the amount, right, to the vendor. So that is where one more main account. If you're spending some money for, let's say, for any reason, insurance, labor, or anything, for such related purchase expenditure for every product, you will have to link, right? And purchase accrual. So we'll discuss, one by one, slowly. So just try to understand where to link these main accounts. Purchase price variance, but if there are any variances in the purchase prices, uh, sometimes, even after the entering an agreement with your vendor, there might be chances if the same quantity or if the same quality if you have not received or if there is any difference for any reasons, you'll be either modifying the prices, right? So again, this variance concept is a total different concept. There are different types of variances are there. You'll have to explore more on the variance related prepayment. So this is most commonly used transaction, right? You might be paying in advance to the any of the vendors for various reasons to book the products or advance booking or anything. In such scenarios, since prepayment is it's an asset for us. You haven't received any product, but you are just blocking to the vendor. And one more is purchase expenditure for expense. Also, I'll give you the main accounts which we have used in USMF, or you can even create a new main account here. See, I'm giving these main account numbers so that it will be easy for you to explore what are details are available in the main account fields here. We'll also see what all details are updated in the main accounts here. Yeah. Now we'll quickly go back to the item groups here. You can see here. So these are the details which have updated here. So even though there are a lot of such, still there are multiple account types are there. Discount, if you want to give any discount related, you can give that one. This is something related to fixed assets related. Again, discount related. So charges, stock variation. So all these things are there. So if you want to create for example, we'll quickly go back and see for this one, what all details they have updated in the main account. Yeah. I think the numbers are different here. Anyways, we'll see, for example, 600180. Yeah. Can you see here the main account number? They have given a unique number and the name is raw materials receipt. So whenever you receive any products, like you'll be issuing the GRN, right? So that the main account type they have given as an expense. Yeah. So these are not mandatory. You can do it. So you can explore like each and every main account here by clicking on the view details. Like why, what or under which category this main account will be falling on. And this is all about the purchase order. When it comes to sales order, it will be different, right? Sales is something revenue. Purchase or expenditure is in income. So you'll have to differentiate. So you cannot give the same main accounts for purchase order and sales order. So these once we create in sales order and accounts receivable, right? then we'll discuss. Even this also you'll understand once we create an see after creating the purchase order, we have we'll be getting the journal entries, right? uh, if you explore what is the logic, then anyways we'll be discussing how these journal entries will be found, but try to understand where to configure. Or whenever if someone asks you, like, yes, you have created the purchase order, but where did you create the give the main accounts link, that is ledger integration, right? So where did you give the ledger integration for all the main products that you are creating in the purchase order? So in simple, you'll have to come to the item groups here in the inventory. Also, one by one, we'll have to discuss it later. Just understand where is the where you have to configure. Also, for example, this one you are clear, right? This is only linking with the main accounts. That's all. Do you have any doubts here? Where to link main accounts for any of the products that you are dealing with, that either for purchase order or sales order? If you are clear with the item groups, then there's one more important uh, factor. One more important topic is item model groups. Do you have any doubts here in item groups? How to link main accounts? Hello? Can you all please go on unmute and answer?
Okay, bro. Vinnam.
Ritesh?
పర్లేదు శ్రీనివాస్.
Mazhar? Santosh?
Clear, Gupta.
సో అది in-depth గా అది in-depth గా అసలు ఏంది అకౌంట్ అనేది మళ్ళీ చూద్దాం. జస్ట్ డోంట్ గెట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్. మీకు ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడే అన్ని డిస్కస్ చేసామనుకో మెయిన్ టాపిక్ మర్చిపోతాం అసలు ఎక్కడ లింక్ చేసేది అనేది. సో ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ క్లియర్ విత్ దిస్ ఐటమ్ గ్రూప్స్, దెన్ విల్ క్విక్లీ గో టు ద ఐటమ్ మోడల్. సి ఐటమ్ మోడల్ గ్రూప్.
ఇప్పుడు మనం జస్ట్ ఒక కొత్త ప్రోడక్ట్ తీసుకొని దాన్ని లింక్ చేసుకున్నాం అంతే కదా.
అంతే. ప్రోడక్ట్ ఇంకా మనం డీటెయిల్స్ ఎంటర్ చేయలేం. ప్రోడక్ట్ డీటెయిల్స్ జస్ట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ యొక్క ఇంపాక్ట్. ప్రోడక్ట్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఎంటర్ చేసేది ప్రోడక్ట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో ఉంటుంది, అది చూద్దాం. సో అస్యూమింగ్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ దీస్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ నాట్ క్రియేటెడ్. ద వేరియంట్స్ చెప్పాను కదా, అంటే మొబైల్ ఫోన్స్ ఉంటే
చేసాం కదా.
కరెక్ట్. ఇది ఓన్లీ మొబైల్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చాం అంతే. బట్ వేరియంట్స్ ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి కదా, అవి అది ప్రోడక్ట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే.
ఓకే.
అకౌంట్ నంబర్స్ అక్రాస్ అన్నిటికీ ఒకటేనా అది అకౌంట్ నంబర్స్, లేకపోతే కస్టమైజేషన్ ఉందా?
ఇది మన ఇష్టం. మనకి ఏ అకౌంట్ నెంబర్ ఉంటే అకౌంట్ నెంబర్ ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు. నేను జస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇచ్చాను అంతే. ఇది ఆల్రెడీ ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేసినాం అంతే. మెయిన్ అకౌంట్స్ కదా, జస్ట్ లెడ్జర్ అకౌంట్స్. నీకు ఏది కావాలంటే అవి ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు. అది లెగసీ అకౌంటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ప్రకారం అట్లా.
ఓకే.
సో అండ్ వన్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఇస్ ఐటమ్ మోడల్ గ్రూప్స్. Now you're clear with how to link these main accounts with for any particular products. Also, whenever you're dealing with any there will be lot of products, right? Let's say, for example, assume that you have got every year there will be new variant or new models will be released in your warehouse. You should know what kind of inventory method that you are supposed to use for the movement of the goods. That means you'll have to for example, in 2020 there will be a new model released, and 2021, 2022. But still, whenever the products which you have purchased in 2020, all products, it is not possible, it is not mandatory that all the goods has to be sold. Sometimes few products like old stock will say, right? Old stock will be there, new stock will be there. uh, so there are different ways to configure like what kind of method you have to use. If you remember, in Inter will be having a FIFO, LIFO, right? And there are different methods are there: weighted average, standard, example. So we'll not go in depth. What is weighted average, standard, and all. If you want, you can explore this one. The simple model group is FIFO, first in first out. So even though if you're doing a business from last 10 years, if you update, if you are following the system as a FIFO year, so whatever the products you have received earlier, first you will have to clear those inventory, right? The new stock whichever you have received, you can keep it for at least for the shelf life will be more compared to the products which are already there in your inventory. So for that purpose, in simple, we'll call it as a FIFO. If you want to use this before LIFO, weighted average, or standard, or anything, if you want to go for customization, anything, you'll have to link, right? Even here also for FIFO also there will be a financial impact because it will reduce the inventory. There will be an increase in the inventory. So there are a lot of things that are going to happen. So we'll have to configure item model groups as well. To configure item model groups also same, we'll have to go to the inventory management. Under inventory, let me just collapse this one to make it easy. Under setup, we have an inventory here. Item model groups is here, right? Click on item model groups. Yeah. Can you see here? There are a lot of such products, item model groups are there. Let's quickly go to the FIFO. For example, for this FIFO, by default, you can give the name as a FIFO first in first out. And under the costing method and cost recognition, let's say, for example, if you are dealing with only service related, products. I mean, you don't have any physical products. You are dealing into any service related. Then you can uncheck this one. We cannot uncheck here because it is already linked with a lot of products. For example, if you want to create a new, so you can uncheck this one. If you're doing something related to service related. Yeah. So also we'll quickly go to the LIFO and we'll see FIFO and we'll see what are the ledger integrations, everything. Yeah. See, the moment you click on, if you enable this stocked product, right? Obviously, there are two things will come into picture because these two, the ledger integration of post physical inventory and then post financial inventory, there's a difference here. See, for example, it is not necessary that you have received an income the moment you send the products to the customer, right? Unless they pay the amount, that is where uh, there will be an impact here. So that's the reason ledger integration will have to give either you are giving for any product, it may be. There are two things. One is post physical inventory and post financial inventory. For service related, it has nothing to do with the inventory related. It is all about the service related. You'll have to create the list of the services. For example, if you are having different types of legal services or any any IT services, IT returns, all these things, you can create the list of the products in your product information management about the list of the services. Assuming that we are dealing with the products, then you'll have to enable this one, and these two will be by default. It will be enabled, and the list of the see, and even here also recognition cost. Recognition is nothing but when do you want to recognize the cost of this particular product. Like there are different types of revenue recognition. Even the revenue recognition is also totally it's a complete a different module here. You'll have to explore more on the revenue recognition. Assume that uh, even though there are different types of the different stages to recognize the revenue or cost, we'll be following the accrue liability on the product. And the inventory model, see, if you want to see, we can discuss each and everything individually, but it will take a lot of time. But for the timing, you understand that item model groups, how to configure. And See, for as we discussed, there are different types of inventory models, right? Depending on their practice, you can select. For example, if your client is following LIFO, FIFO, you can select all these things. Under the inventory policies also, let's say, for example, you want to create a dummy delivery slip. That means for various reasons, if you are unable to deliver the products to your customer, and if you just wanted to give some dummy delivery, then you can give this as a financial negative inventory as a yes. But if it is required, you can enable, or if it is not mandatory. And there are a lot of such products. There are a lot of fields are there. These are something related to inventory management only. They will be having a more information about all these things. We'll have to focus only on this one, inventory policy, that is stocked, and inventory model, and the ledger integration, because this is where our job is involved, right, to see the journal entries. For example, if you go to the FIFO, if you want to select give any see, for FIFO they have given financial negative inventory and the item sales reservation as a default, and pick criteria as an expiration date. So whenever you give an expiration date, right, while in your warehouse, whenever they pick any of the product, first it will show the expired, like depending on the expiration date, it will show the products. The physical update, if you want to enable all these things based on the requirement, you can enable. Quarantine management, let's say, for example, for few products, you will be keeping in your warehouse for some time, right? Let's say for a few days or few months for any reason. If you want to enable that, you can give this one. Yeah. So this is all about the item model groups. Item model groups and item groups. So do you have any doubts here? Hello? Are you clear with this item models, item groups and item model groups?
Yes.
Yes, yes, Guru.
ఒకసారి ఐటమ్ గ్రూప్స్ చెప్పవా?
ఐటమ్ గ్రూప్స్ అంటే జస్ట్ లింకింగ్ మెయిన్ అకౌంట్స్ అంతే. మనం డిఫరెంట్ మెయిన్ అకౌంట్స్ ఇస్తాం కదా. సో పర్చేజ్ ఆర్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు కానీ ఇప్పుడు ప్రీపేమెంట్ చేస్తావు. సో ప్రీపేమెంట్ చేస్తే అది అసెట్ కాబట్టి దానికి ఒక ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్‌కి లింక్ ఇవ్వాలి. అంటే ఏ మెయిన్ అకౌంట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి అలాంటివన్నీ.
ఓకే.
జిఆర్ఎన్ చేస్తే గూడ్స్ రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటావు. గూడ్స్ రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటే నీ అసెట్ పెరుగుతది కదా. అసెట్ పెరిగితే దానికి ఏ మెయిన్ అకౌంట్ ఇవ్వాలి అలా.
ఓకే.
సో వేరే స్టేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఇవన్నీ మనము అంటే ఎక్స్‌పెండిచర్ ఉంటది. ఇన్స్యూరెన్స్ ఉంటది. లేదంటే లేబర్ చార్జెస్ ఉంటాయి. అలాంటివన్నీ మనము ఇవ్వాలి కదా. అది.
ఈ లింకింగ్ పని కూడా మనమే చేసుకోవాలా?
అన్నీ మనం తెలుసుకోవాలి మొత్తం.
తెలుసుకోవాలి, చేసుకునే అవసరం లేదు కదా.
ఏ టు జెడ్ తెలుసుకోవడం అన్నా, చేసుకోవడం అన్నా అంతా ఒకటే.
ఓకే.
ఇక్కడ ఏ ఫీల్డ్‌లో ఎప్పుడు అడుగుతారో తెలీదు క్లయింట్ అనేవాడు. ఖచ్చితంగా నువ్వు ఈ ఫిఫో ఇవన్నీ ఎక్స్‌ప్లెయిన్ చేసేటప్పుడు అన్ని మోడల్స్ అడుగుతాడు. అదెందుకు? ఇదెందుకు? వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఫీల్డ్? వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూజ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఫీల్డ్? Or else they may give you one scenario. You should be able to tell them, yes, to achieve that particular scenario, then you'll have to do all these things. So, as I mentioned, inventory model groups will help you to link or to know the details about how inventory management is being followed in your system. అంటే అసలు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూర్ డీలింగ్ విత్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీ అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు నో inventory model, you can directly come to the item model groups and see the inventory model. What is the inventory model they are following? LIFO, FIFO, weighted average, all these things. And if you click on the related items, see here. For FIFO related, they are following these products. These products, the inventory moment of the list of the products, right? For example, Surface Pro 128 GB is here. They are following all these products in FIFO method. Let's say, for example, if you go to the LIFO, the products will be different again. See, there are no products at all. That means this company is following only LIFO method. We'll see related products in any other models if they have. Yeah. Can you see here for moving average related? These are the products they are using. Speaker cable, professional speaker cable and all. Standard cost related. Let's see if there are any other products. Even for standard cost also, they have given a lot of products here. Yeah. So you can see the list of the products. For example, if you have received an support ticket from any of your client, for any reason it may be, they are unable to see the ledger entry or let's say for example, if they wanted to know the inventory model, even though they have selected a standard cost, if it is not posting as per their configuration, if you just wanted to see what is the model that you are following, you can directly come here and see. Now we'll quickly go to the how to configure the products. But now you understood what is the item groups and item model groups. Product information management. So this is most important, right? We have just given we have linked to the main accounts. Also, we have linked to the inventory related main accounts also. But what about the products? First, you have to configure the list of the products that you are going to deal with your vendors and the customers, right? You should have the products in your system. So to configure those products, there is a separate module again. Can you see it? Product information management. So if you go to the product information management, let me collapse all. And even again here, there are a lot of categories are there, costing related cases, everything. Let's quickly go to the products. Can you see here all products and product masters, products masters. For example, if you click on the all products and product masters, see these are the products which are already there. Okay, for example, if you want to create a new product, then click on new here. Okay, let me not. For example, click on the products here. Let's say you want to create a new product. Also, as I mentioned, you'll in your business you'll be having two different types, right? One is item and service. If you're dealing with any service related, then you can select the service here. For example, if you want to go for the service, see these fields will be enabled. So these fields are not applicable to service related warranty or anything. So we'll go to the item. See. Again, there will be fields here. Let's say you are dealing with a lot of such products. In our example, Reliance is dealing with a lot of businesses, right? They've got multiple business, fashion, adventure, sports related, apparel, footwear, electronics. You can link the products here. Product number, because you will be giving a unique product number, right? Even if you see any online websites, there will be unique product number for each and every product. So you can give the unique product number and the product name here. So this is for a simple product without having any variants or anything. Let's say, for example, you have got a lot of variants in one particular product, then you have to go for the product masters. Let's say for if you want to have an mobiles with different variants, RAM, all those things. Can you see here? Product type is here, product master, and the retail category it is here. If you're dealing with any electronics, let's say that is for mobiles. See, you can configure all these things. Retail category. If you click on the view details, can you see here? You can create the category hierarchy, all those things. And the product dimension group. So as you mentioned, you will be having, for example, if you take mobile, colors will be there, mobile size will be there, and then style versions, latest versions or anything. You even this also configure. If you have anything that needs to be configured, click on the view details. Product number, you'll be giving the unique product number. Let's say variants. This is all about the technology related dimension based constant. If you want to give a new one, you can create that one. But this is for I think for configuration technology, only these three are enabled here. You cannot create anyone. Yeah. So these are all customized, like based on the requirement you can create. So now you understood it. What is the purpose of products and product masters? Products is nothing but if you have a single product without having any variants. Product masters is let's say you got any variants or anything. Also, let's say for example you have received 100 products or 100 different variants. You'll have to. It is not mandatory that you will be releasing all these products in a one go, or like let's say every month you'll be releasing a new variant to your customers. So in that case, you'll have to release the products. Though you have received the products in your warehouse, you'll have to release them. For example, let's say there's a new model for the boys t-shirt. Also, there's one girl's t-shirt here. Now you'll have to click on the see these products are not released. These are the products which you updated or which have enrolled in your warehouse. That's all. Now click on the release products. Can you see here? There are different stages here. It will show you the product number, search name, everything. Dimensions also it is asking you. Click on next. Again, there are a lot of sizes are there, colors also there. So which color you want to release, which size you want to release. You can check and check all these options. As I mentioned, product master will help you to show the list of the products, the variants, sizes, colors or anything. But products will have only list of the products. This is all about the girls t-shirts variants. So based on the requirement, you can release the products. Now click on next. Also, let's say for example, under Reliance, you will be having 10 different legal entities or a lot of legal entities, right? Or you will be having two different brands, multiple brands. So for which under which branch you have under which legal entity you are supposed to release these products, you can select. Let's say you are dealing with USMF, you can select this one. Click on next. So it is asking about the confirmation. Yes, you wanted to release these products. Now click on finish. think these products should have been released. It's not throwing any error also. Yeah. So this is a process if you want to release any of the products. And there are few other categories here, released product variants, or if you want to see released products, you can see on the released products here. We have just released it, right? This boys t-shirt and girls t-shirt. Then it will be shown here. See? Again, there are a lot of fields: purchase related, sales related, inventory. All these things you can explore. Anyways, we'll not be dealing. Most of these things are dealt by supply chain management team only. You you should know, like, way to link these products or how to release these products. That's all. So if you want to explore, you can explore all these details. So this is for today. So tomorrow I'll show you like how what are the main accounts that we have discussed, right? The linkage of the ledger integration of the main accounts. How does it affects? What are the journal entries will be impacted, or it will be posted while creating the purchase order? That we'll discuss it tomorrow. So do you have any doubts here?
శ్రీనివాస్, ఇది మామూలుగా మనం ఒక ఫైనాన్స్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లో ఫంక్షనల్ కన్సల్టెంట్ ఉంటే అది మనకు అది అప్లై కావునా? నువ్వు సప్లై చైన్ మేనేజ్మెంట్
అప్లై కాదు, అన్ని ఇంటర్లింక్డ్. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు చూసావు కదా, అన్ని ఇంటర్లింక్డ్. అంటే ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇవ్వాలో తెలీదు, అన్ని తెలుసుకోవాలి మనం. అది ఎంతవరకు తెలుసుకోవాలనేది మన మీద డిపెండ్ అంతే.
ఇప్పుడు ఆ మాడ్యూల్స్ ఇప్పుడు మనకి రిలేట్ కాని మాడ్యూల్స్ మనం పట్టుకోమా, లేకపోతే ఎట్లా?
అది మన ఇంట్రెస్ట్ మీద డిపెండ్ అంతే. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు నేర్చుకుంటే నీకు మంచిది. ఇప్పుడు క్లయింట్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఏంది? నాకు అన్ని తెలిసినోడు కావాలి అంటాడు. అంటే సప్లై చైన్ మేనేజ్మెంట్. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ ఉంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వాడికి ఏదో ఒక 2-3 ప్రోడక్ట్స్ వాడు డీల్ చేస్తుంటాడు అంతే. 100 ప్రోడక్ట్స్ కాదనుకో, 2-3 ప్రోడక్ట్స్ అంతే. వాడు 2-3 ప్రోడక్ట్స్ కోసం సప్లై చైన్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కన్సల్టెంట్ ని పెట్టుకోలేడు కదా వాడు. అంటే అవసరం పడితే. ఇప్పుడు
మనం జనరల్ గా అయితే ఇవన్నీ
తెలుసుకోవాలి. మనం టచ్ చేయము, కానీ తెలుసుకోవాలి.
ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు చెప్పే వరకే మనం ఇది ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఫంక్షనల్ కన్సల్టెంట్ గా అంతేనా?
మనం ఫైనాన్స్ అండ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఫంక్షనల్ కన్సల్టెంట్ గా మనకు తెలియాలి కదా అసలు. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఊరికి పర్చేజ్ ఆర్డర్లు క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. అరే ఎక్కడ ఇచ్చాడు మెయిన్ అకౌంట్, ఏది ఇచ్చాడు, ఎందుకు ఇచ్చాడు అనేది మనకు తెలియాలి కదా, మన అవసరం కోసం మనం అట్లా.
ఓకే.
సో ఇది ఎలా అంటే ఒక థిన్ లైన్ ఉంటది. అది ఇది ఫైనాన్స్ అండ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ కి రావాలా, ఎస్సీఎం కి రావాలా అని. నువ్వు ఇలా ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటే ఇంక నువ్వు ఎస్సీఎం లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతావు కదా ఇక్కడ అంతా ఇంకా.
అంతా లింక్ అయిపోతుంది
అట్లా. సో అది మన మీద డిపెండ్ అంతే. ఎక్కడి వరకు నేర్చుకోవాలి, ఎక్కడి వరకు నేర్చుకోకూడదు అనేది అంతే. నువ్వు నేర్చుకుంటూ పోతూ ఉంటే నీకు అన్ని హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది అంతే.
ఓకే.
సో అదన్నీ డిపెండ్స్ కదా. ఇప్పుడు క్లయింట్‌కి వాడు కంప్లీట్‌గా ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అమెజాన్ ఉంది. వాడిది మొత్తం ఎస్సీఎంఏ కదా.
ఇప్పుడు ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు అమెజాన్ ఉంది, ఇది ఫ్లిప్‌కార్ట్ ఉంది, మింత్రా ఉంది. వాళ్ళవన్నీ వేర్ హౌస్ వాళ్ళకి కావాల్సిందే సప్లై చైన్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఫంక్షనల్ కన్సల్టెంట్సే కదా. అది. అంటే వాళ్ళకు ఫైనాన్స్ అండ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ వాళ్ళు కావాలి. బట్ ఎస్సీఎం వాళ్ళైతే కానే కావాలి కదా అట్లా.
అవునవునులే. అర్థమైంది.
సో ఇవి చూసి చాలా ఉన్నాయి. ఇంకా ప్రొడక్షన్ ఉంది, ప్రొక్యూర్మెంట్ ఉంది.
అది కరెంట్ పొజిషన్ సిచ్యువేషన్ కి అయితే నువ్వు చెప్పేటి ఒకటి చూసుకున్నా చాలు కదా.
చూసుకున్నా చాలు. ఇంకా అంటే ఎట్లా ఉంటదంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నువ్వు ప్రొడక్ట్స్ గురించి చెప్పావు అనుకో, వాళ్ళు ఇంకా అడుక్కుంటూ వెళ్తూ ఉంటారు. ఇంకా నీకు ప్రొడక్ట్స్ తెలుసు కదా, ప్రొడక్ట్ మాస్టర్ తెలుసు కదా, నీకు బిల్స్ తెలుసు కదా, ఇట్లా అన్ని అడుక్కుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటారు. నువ్వు ఎక్కడ స్టాప్ చేస్తే అక్కడ వాళ్ళు స్టాప్ అవుతారు అంతే కదా.
ఓకే. అంటే ఇప్పుడు సరే
ఇప్పుడు ఇన్వెంటరీ గురించి నీకేం తెలుసు అని అడిగారు అనుకో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, నువ్వేం చెప్తావు? సి ఇన్ ఇన్వెంటరీ మాడ్యూల్ యాజ్ ఏ బీయింగ్ ఏ ఫంక్షనల్ కన్సల్టెంట్ ఫర్ ఫైనాన్స్ అండ్ ఆపరేషన్స్, I know only how to link or how to do the ledger integration, like what all main accounts, are going to impact. Apart from
Okay.
that, I haven't worked on any other topics like warehouse related, inventory breakdown. ఇప్పుడు
చెప్పుకుంటే
డిఫరెంట్
అట్లా.
డిఫరెంట్ అడిగాడు. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు సరే నువ్వు స్టాండర్డ్ కాస్టింగ్ గురించి చెప్పావు అనుకో, ఇంకా వేరియన్స్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ వేరియన్స్ లో దానికన్నా అడుగుతాడు కదా.
మనం అలా చెప్పుకోవచ్చా అంటే ఇది నువ్వు
See,
అన్నట్టు
నా ప్రీవియస్ క్లయింట్ లో ఇక్కడ వరకు చేశాను.
ఆ,
See, most of the topics which I have worked on is accounts payable,